And we are back. Pokemon Diamond, Hardcore Nuzlocke, the run continues. We're making our way to the 4th gym, and our first encounter on Route 214 is going to be the Stunky, the little skunk here. And I am a big fan of the Poison Dark typing. It is a really, really good unique typing. I believe Drapion is the same as well. Its only weakness is the ground typing. I just really hate Skuntank's design, so I may not use her, but that is just a really good reserve to have in the PC. We'll just have to wait and see. But on to the next one. For our Route 213 encounter, it is going to be the Little Wingull here. Chuck a Pokeball and secure it. For our Safari Zone encounter, it is going to be the Hoo-Oo, the Owl himself. Chuck the Safari Ball and add it to the PC. When one wanders too close to the edge, one is prone to slip, one is prone to fall, one may be even prone to dying. To a critical hit by, my goodness, Arthur survives. Barely we swap into calling the Sphinx, the Shinx, the Luxray, gets a massive spark down onto the Sea Leviathan. The Thrash does no damage, and we live to fight another day on to Crash Awake. All right, it is now time for the 4th gym battle against Crasher Wake and his 3 water type Pokemon. I really like his team dynamic, as Gyarados has the flying typing to counteract any grass types you throw at him, and then Quagsire has the ground typing to counteract any electric types that you have. So really interesting team of 3 with the Floatzel as the ace to finish things off. We're going to run the Roserade, and I'm really hoping we can sweep with them, but we might have to swap around. We have 2 electric types in the back pocket. We also have our own level 30 Floatzel, which I think might be the linchpin for the next gym battle. We'll have to see. But yeah, I definitely think we have the tools to win. I'm just a little bit nervous that we might lose one all along the way, because Gyarados and Floatzel are both very scary. Both very scary physical damage dealers, and Rosalia is not Roserade, so we got to watch out for that. Our physical defense is not great. But I gave Rosalia the big root, so the healing from the Mega Drains will be a lot higher. We also won't be affected by the Intimidate, to where if we started with Pachirisu or our Luxray, it definitely would have, since they're both physical electric types. So we weren't going to be able to one-shot the Gyarados anyway, potentially. So what I'm thinking here for a game plan is, actually, if Gyarados can't hurt us, we might get a little bit cheeky, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think Gyarados has Swagger, which could be a problem. So let's go ahead and use Stun Spore and try to lock down the Gyarados. So in the case that we have to swap into an electric type, we can do that. And this, oh boy, this is bad. I didn't realize Gyarados had Dragon Rage. I have the Pokemon that the gym leader has with me. I don't actually have the individual move set. And oh my gosh, this is really bad, because Quagsire, I probably should have saved Rosalia for that. I was figuring we could just eat like one bite or something. I wasn't thinking about the Dragon Rage. So let's kind of weigh our options here. And then the Stun Spore miss is brutal. So if we roll the dice and hope that he doesn't go Dragon Rage, we could potentially, but again, Ashford's physical defense is trash. So I think we actually go into Call-In. I wanted to save our Intimidate for the Floatzel, potentially, but that will stop any Gyarados physical damage for the most part. And then if it goes Dragon Rage, we're just going to have to tank that. But we should be able to one-shot with Spark, since it's 4 times super effective, and we did not get hit by the Intimidate. Brian comes down. It's going to do a good chunk, but not nearly as much as the Dragon Rage or something else. And we will take that, and I think we're going to be okay. A little bit of a misstep there. But Gyarados, can it tank a Spark? I don't think it can. Its special defense is much higher than its physical defense, so Spark actually has the leg up on that. Really good stuff. Okay, let's reset here. And now we have 2 more Pokemon, and the Quagsire is going to come down. And I think we actually overleveled our Crobat, so we don't have a flying type pivot for any ground type moves. So we could potentially go into Ashford and tank a Mud Shot. But what if it used like slam or something and then crit? Because we can definitely tank a mud shot and then heal back with okay, you know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna swap into the Rosalia. We outspeed the Quagsire. Because I used Roserade so much in my last run, I'm willing to risk this, and if Ashford dies, that just means we get to use a different Pokemon for this run. I'm feeling risky. If we live whatever happens here and get off a Mega Drain, everything is beautiful. If we don't, then I just threw a beautiful Pokemon away and we dodge the Mud Bomb, and the RNG is back and forth, and now this Mega Drain is going to probably one-shot the Quagsire and heal us back to full. On top of that, it's going to get us in good position to get a massive chunk of damage onto the Ace Floatzel. So turning this ship around, let's go. Rosalia coming in hot, potentially going to be a Roserade now. That was Ashford's moment, and he took it with everything he had. The Floatzel comes down, our final obstacle here, as we are trying to secure that 4th gym badge. Really fast, really strong. I could, again, roll the Stun Spore and make it easier to swap into a Pokemon. And actually, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to see if Ashford can clutch it. Pursuit comes down, and we didn't swap, so it's not going to do that much, but my gosh, that was a lot of damage for a base Pursuit. And now I'm kind of glad that we didn't just swap it out there, because that would have done so much damage. And because of the threat of double Pursuit, if that crits, I think we lose, or it's going to be super close if that was a low roll. So I think we just stay in. But if it uses like Crunch or something, we might just die, because Crunch is double Pursuit. So I think we're dead to crit. I'm going to roll the dice. We go first, actually, because of the paralysis. So the Mega Drain is going to heal us potentially out of crit range. And if Floatzel can just stay paralyzed, that would be so massive. And we get into 2-shot range, but I think Floatzel has a Citrus Berry to counteract that, potentially. But that paralysis popping off this time, we failed against the Gyarados, but we landed it here, and that might be everything. And it is fully paralyzed. Floatzel cannot move. That is phenomenal. We're going to rain down another Mega Drain, and that's going to get Floatzel probably into heal range from Crasher Wake. And but we are looking really good right now, and we almost finished the job. So Crasher Wake's probably going to heal, and we get a double paralysis. My gosh, last time we got a double confusion in the 3rd gym battle. Now we get a double paralysis in the 4th gym battle. I don't know if that means our RNG is going to run out by the end of the run, but hopefully not. And Ashford drops back with another Mega Drain, potentially enough to finish the Floatzel. And it is not, but we should be able to finish the job right here, right now. Ashford drops back, finishes the Ace with a final Mega Drain, and Floatzel falls. The buoys cannot hold him afloat. Ridiculous stuff. This fight was all over the place, not as calculated as you'd want it to be, but we made it through. We don't need Sweet Scent, and we're going to give up on that, but we are not going to give up on this run. So that's 4 gym badges down. We have 4 to go, and then we are at the Elite Four. A lot riding on this run, as it is the potentially final Gen 4 playthrough in quite a while, as we've beat all other games in Gen 4 with a hardcore Nuzlocke. So, as always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you on the flip. Peace.